We're going.
Hey, Peter Clays. Welcome back to episode 49 of the Flow State podcast. We're here with you today. We're having a lovely time. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for enjoying it for the last 48 weeks. And enjoy some classic Flow State.
All right. We'll see you after this intro.
Mouse.
All right.
Yeah.
How are you, Broden? What's happening?
Yeah, not bad. Having a great time. I'm just, feeling fresh and feeling happy. Had a couple of days off, long weekend style.
Oh,
And back to, general happiness. It's amazing.
What's general happiness?
Just when you get an extra day off and you're like, you know what, I don't have to do anything. I really enjoy those. I don't have to do something, so I'm like, I feel good that I don't have anything to do. And it doesn't even matter if I do anything. Just not having anything to do makes you feel great.
Yeah, it is. That's how you meditate, man.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Nowhere to go, no place to be.
That's it.
That's the key to switching off.
It's a relaxant, isn't it? Just that the lack of responsibility.
Yeah, it is. It's well, it definitely is. Amazing things happen, I reckon, when you when you actually have time off and you go on a holiday or something like that. I've never been able to write comedy, for instance, and then you go on a 2-week holiday.
Yeah.
1 week into the holiday, things just start coming to you. It's like
you're ready.
Yeah,
Your
I'm
body
ready.
is ready. Your brain is ready.
Lets it come in.
That's it. You spend a couple of days just getting you shit at your house, you mow the lawn, you do some dishes, get your space ready, and you're like, and then you spend a whole day sitting in it going, I'm cleaning, and then you're not actually cleaning, you're just kind of sitting there.
Yeah, you sit down. I like clean and in between cleaning, go and sit on the hammock for 4 hours in between jobs. Like vacuum once, sit on the hammock, and then fucking mow the lawns. And then it's time to go to bed.
So I used to do this thing where I don't know why I got into really documenting everything that I did for some reason. And I had this little handy cam and I put a time lapse on and I watched myself clean up and whatever. And this is the first time I tried to quit smoking, right? And I did it for a year after this. I watched a time lapse of me cleaning up my back room. And I felt I've done about 40 minutes of work. I'll sit down, have a smoke for 5 minutes, then I'll get back and I'll do another 40. And when I watched it back, it was the opposite ratio. It was that I work for 5 minutes and sit down for 40 minutes and just have a cigarette.
I was longer on the time lapse that you were sitting down.
It was sucked ass. I was like, this sucks. This is stealing a lot of time from me. And then I realized that, maybe I should stop doing that.
Yep.
A pretty powerful way besides the obvious health benefits of not doing it, being able to taste food, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's another one.
It's important.
Yeah, time. Jeez, a lot of time can be wasted smoking, can't it?
Oh, man, tell me about it.
Yeah.
It give me a good time, but at the same time, I say I'm just killing time. You got to kill time before time kills you because it's gonna.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
It's the only.
It's coming to get you.
It's the only real currency.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah. Sadly.
George Carlin always used to say, we don't even know what time it is. All the science in the world and everything, we just guess it's about, the world's about 6 billion years old or whatever, or about 4 billion years, and humans have been here for about this time.
Yeah.
They don't even know how long a year is, to the point they've had to add an extra 2 days in, or an extra day or so here every 4 years. I don't know, I'm no scientician.
Yeah, neither am I. Yeah, fuck, who knows? Imagine the whole premise of give or take $1 billion. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of money. I don't think people know really how much $1 billion is.
Well, no, I certainly don't. In terms of someone did a whole thing where it's hey, it's this much rice is $1 billion or something like that. Grains of rice.
Fuck. And
the comparison to $1 million was fucking mind-boggling. I ran away from that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm nah, too scary. See, it's some sort of fucked up formula where it's Jeff Bezos could pay everyone $1 million in the world, he'd still be a billionaire.
Yeah, and still have a lot of money left over. Wow. But I suppose you see with things like, Musk and stuff like that dropped $15 billion overnight because he invested in crypto and it didn't go well. And so that's a lot of cash. Think about losing $15 billion in a night.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. So
it's a tool to him. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's making a city.
What?
He's making a city in Texas.
Huh?
It's going to be called Starbase.
Right.
Do we get to go? He's gone to. I think people can visit it, but he's building it around the launch site for SpaceX.
Right.
A futuristic Elon Musk city. Whether or not he gets approval for it, who knows?
Different story. I mean, imagine the rates.
Yeah.
When you own your own city.
Who knows, man? Like you could make like this whole city that's all connected from what's that tunnel he built? He's building in
Hyperlink
LA
or whatever.
Hyperlink. Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
What is that? Is that
And a hyperlink a thing you put in the internet when you want to write something? HTTP.
Oh, yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
It's something where you go in a tunnel in your car, and it slides your car around like you're not burning fuel or something. I think
Like a Mario Kart when you go around the corners.
Yeah, and you end up in the other part of the city.
Yeah.
Where you jump off the edge of Mario Kart. Yeah. I don't know.
Am I gonna win?
It's fucked up. That guy's coming up with a whole bunch of different ideas.
The fucked up thing is that he's got the cash to back him.
Yeah.
Imagine if you and I had the cash to back up every dumb idea we had. We'd probably go broke a long time ago.
Yeah. I wonder if anyone still listens to this.
Well,
we had the cash to do this.
I mean, like if we had the cash, or I'm surprised we even managed to get this far on no cash. We did all right.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's definitely beats the old days. I mean, look, we've had a journey. We were in a garage with a single camera, and we got here.
Yeah.
So it worked.
That table we used to sit on used to like wobble and shit.
That's still
And
out
Mike
there
used
somewhere, isn't it?
It's got a TV on it out there now. It's it's a journey. It's a ride.
That's it.
It's good to have this stuff though. Come
That's
in,
great.
plug in, make a YouTube video like at the quick as possible.
Exactly.
Efficiently, get back to your day, get back to your
It takes
day
a
job.
big chunk out of the way. It takes a big chunk of shit out of the way. Like, man, that with that extra day off, I decided to play with some synths. I haven't done that for ages because there's so much stuff in the way. Even though it's all in there, it's just it's just one of those things where you got to set something up, and then you got to work on it. And it's like, well, I don't want to have to do that. I just want to be able to go in and switch it on and go.
Yeah.
Because you're cutting out an entire technical process and just using your creativity.
Yeah.
And that's what's good about here is it's literally we plug this in, turn it on, and we're ready.
It's so like I think the key to being successful when it comes to creativity stuff is you got to be able to have the time to fucking treat it like a job, because you need to be putting in those hours. But if you actually can't put in the hours,
You drop off.
Can't,
Yeah.
then your things don't get as good.
That's right. And that's why I still suck.
Yeah. It's so fucking
Thanks for the vote
challenging.
there, boys.
It's so challenging. It's so no, well, I'm in the same boat, you know. It's so challenging. No, but what I mean by saying the vote of confidence thing, it's like, yeah, but if you had more time, you'd be going well.
Fuck yeah.
With your music.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I would be. And I mean, look, if I had that time, I probably would never dropped off in the first place.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I'd be 2 years ahead. Well,
Yeah.
I'd be on time.
You would,
I wouldn't be 2 years behind.
No, you'd be going good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucked up.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
You know what
Shit
I mean?
does happen, man.
Yeah, it does. Hopefully I'll be around long enough to be able to work that out at some point. It's not like I can just, hopefully just win the lottery and, then not have to have a problem.
Do you buy Tatts Lotto?
Every now and again, yeah, I invest.
Do you?
Well, I only put in what I'm prepared to lose, so $14.80 is it. Maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. I never used to do it, but then, you get that taste. You get that.
Do you?
Get that. You win $11 and you're like, oh, I only lost $3.80.
I get the stats.
Yep.
When I look at the stats of how actually at the statistically the chances of winning.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, it's not even worth being in it.
That's why people go, it could be my lucky day.
Yeah.
You've got to be in it to win it.
There's nothing worse than when someone comes up to you and says, well, you got to be in it. Like, you got to be in it to win it and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, but no, you don't.
$14 is like 4 days worth of lunch for me, man.
You don't just have to be in it.
Yeah.
There's so much more
you
you got to be.
You don't even have to be in it.
You got to be like, to win it, you got to be like, yeah, you got to be in it. That's the first step.
But you got to be in it hard. Like, when's the last time you heard of someone winning off?
You can manifest it. You can manifest it if you really want it.
But like, when's the last time? Oh, well, I can give you an example of this because I heard about it the other day. The last time you heard of someone spending $20 on a ticket and win an heap of cash.
Yeah. And
then I fucking trip over my own shit now and tell you about a time I was, strolling through Facebook. Now news is back on Facebook, so and an ad came up which I thought was an ad for like Tatts Lotto or whatever, and it was a 7 News spot.
Okay.
3-minute spot, and it's like the moment that Jim and Jess, their $20 ticket turned him into $200,000, and then it just cuts to these bogans, and she's like, "Oh no, it's real good because like I couldn't stop crying, like I had financial troubles and that. And now like we won all this money, and then it's like 5 years ago, Jim was living on the street. Today he bought a brand new boat, and my brain was going." I'm like, this is why they had no money in the first place. Because you just, as soon as you get it, it's gone. But like, I mean, I'm speaking for myself as well. I'll tell you the end of this situation. So, and then it cuts to the chick and the guys on the boat and stuff like that. And she's like, I'm getting a brand new wedding dress. It's the same one Kate Hudson wore in this movie. It's worth about $50,000. And I'm like, so you just bought a boat and a wedding dress. That's it. That's with your 150 grand. I don't know how much a fucking boat was, but realistically, sell that wedding dress and use that for the marina fees for the next 12 months.
I'm pretty sure there's a formula to buying a boat, being able to buy a boat. And I think it's like if you can only afford 10 boats, you should get one boat. You should never get a boat unless you can buy 10 boats.
Because it's going to cost you a lot of shit to do that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Imagine that though. Like I can understand that situation because I feel like I am that person too. It's not like Deros don't have money because I spend it because I'm a Dero and I would spend that money.
Oh yeah. I could see you with a fucking.
I wouldn't buy a boat.
No,
because I wouldn't use a boat
because you can't play it as a musical instrument.
Exactly. I'd buy a Lindrum though. Spend $5,000 on a drum machine no one else gives a shit about.
Yeah.
But I'd probably do that. But like that's the thing is that even if I were to be quote unquote responsible with that money. All I'm going to do is use that 200 grand to get another 300 grand in debt. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All that 200 grand is going to cost me besides the $20 ticket is another $300,000, which is more than double the winnings.
Yeah.
I'd just be paying it off for forever.
Oh, something psychological would happen to you if you woke up. Like say you did hit the Tatts Lotto, you got it.
Yeah.
Something, it would just instantly change you. Surely you wouldn't just like be normal, like, okay.
Yeah.
Like something would happen.
To work. No.
Yeah, because your mentality would just switch to like some sort of animal mode now. Because you can sort of like say you won like fucking 20 million, something craziness. Things ain't going to be the same forever unless you're really mentally like stoic and you're like, I don't care about money. It's just there now.
Yeah.
Like I would be. I would be like, I'll just sit on it and live off the interest.
Yeah.
Bullshit to anyone who says that.
Yeah.
Fucking lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say you wouldn't just sit there and live off the interest.
I'm going to the Rolls Royce dealership at 9 o'clock next morning.
Yeah, getting one to fuck up and one to drive.
I'm driving my Rolls Royce down the dirt roads.
Doing a Post Malone on that first video clip.
Yeah, you can manifest it.
Yeah,
you can manifest anything. Like I've already got the key to. I'll give you the key to manifest.
You've already got the cash, haven't you?
Well, yeah, it's my Rolls Royce is being cleaned at the minute by my butler.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The key to manifesting is that you don't, because I'm a grandmaster manifester.
Yeah.
As you know,
I know this stuff.
You manifest whatever you want.
That's
it. It's to think that it's already happened because you just got to. Every reality's there in the nature of the infinite universe. It's already there. So all you have to do is live that reality. You got to choose to live because the only moment gets the one that you choose in the now. So when you got to choose that to go on your trajectory.
Stop choosing the one where you're homeless at 40. Stop it. Because you're going to get that. That's what you get. You get what you fucking deserve.
Everyone gets what they deserve.
Everybody does. And that's horrible because you can use it in so many inappropriate things. It never works, but it's funny to say.
It is. Yeah, you've been saying it a lot lately.
But that's the thing is that get what you think you deserve as long as it's not going to hurt anybody else along the way. You know what I mean? Make sure that you get what you think you deserve, as long as it's going to be a positive thing for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing is the money is just a tool. That's why some people are better at it than others because they see it as a tool and they don't see it as I need it. Where's me pay? I need me money.
Yeah,
they just go like I don't look at my bank. They like I don't look at it. I just what I need is and I get it and I work and I only spend what I have to, and that way they can turn their money into more money by putting it in smart places and doing smart things with it. I'm not one of those people.
No, who is?
I'm not one of those people. I would love
to. I saw
to
this video of the royal family's like loot.
Yeah.
They get like gold bars in a basement somewhere.
But they just like throw them to each other for fun. Frisbee each other gold.
Oh, man, they're all lizards anyway. So
yeah, they're going crazy, those people at the moment, aren't they? They're having a bad time.
Yeah.
I could give a fuck about what they think. Like
I'm so sick to death of fucking hearing about what the royal family said.
About anything.
They're redundant.
They have become
They have become redundant since there was knights on horseback with fucking swords. What in the name of fuck does she do?
She just goes on the coins.
If anyone out there knows what she does now on the premiere on YouTube or Facebook, drop a comment.
Yeah.
Just let me know. I'm pleading ignorance here because I've never researched what the fuck she does.
No.
I've never researched what the family does apart from that one pedophile one. that
What's
I've
his
seen
name?
in the news.
Andrew.
Is he?
Yeah, Prince Andrew.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's one of Epstein's boys.
That's libel. I didn't say that. Okay, I don't want you coming after me.
He did it.
Did he?
Yeah, he did it.
You heard it first from him, from Broden.
Come on, Prince. Come on, Andrew. Hey, what you got?
We are going to get cancelled.
He's got more to lose than I do.
Man, if David Icke was right,
Yes.
and they actually are shape-shifting lizard Illuminati.
From another dimension. Yeah, did you say
That-
what?
Yeah, they're from another dimension. And I couldn't give a sod. I couldn't give a sod if you don't believe
Sod
me.
that for a game of soldiers.
Yeah, that was it. If they are,
Uh,
oh man, I think we fucked up there by saying that about the prince. Anyway,
That's all right. Hey, look, to the Queen and all your friends and stuff, King Philip the Prince, who's not really the king, but he's married to the Queen. Look, your time has come. It's time to invest in the Flow State podcast.
I think so.
just give us some cash.
How can we? Give us some of your gold bars.
If
Give us one.
every millionaire in the world gave us $1,000,
Just $1.
with just a buck, how many millionaires are there?
I want to.
The tradie who
This is
built the house
horrible,
next door to me is a millionaire. Give me a buck.
I made a TikTok video because I was like, okay, I got 1 million views, 1 million somethings on one video.
A lot of money.
It's like I just want,
If it was money.
I want 1 million people to give me $1,
Yeah.
just as a campaign,
Just give me a buck.
just to see what happens.
Yeah.
I know what'll happen. I'll end up with $1 million if everyone plays the game.
No, not everyone's going to play the game, are they?
I think I could find 1 million people that would be willing to part with $1.
Let's see. Let's see if you can do it. I'm happy to be part. I
Scummiest
don't even care if I get it. I mean, I'd really, really care if I got it. But I mean, like, everybody give Cody a buck. Give him $1. Just
give it to me.
give him hey, go back on me. Give Cody a fucking one. Give him $1 from whatever currency you're in. Give Cody a buck. You fuckhead.
It'll work.
Give it to him. Give him a buck. Look at him. Go back to the white. Look at that pale, pasty face. Look, he needs the $1.
I've got jaundice.
Yeah.
If you're listening to the podcast,
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
the 30 odd people a week that do listen to it.
Yes, yes.
I'm actually looking quite pale on one of the cameras here.
That's
so
right. That's right.
head
And
to
he needs.
YouTube
That's
to
why he
see
needs that $1.
I need
Yeah,
dollars.
$1.
Yeah, going back to that royal family who we don't care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just everywhere at the minute about like how they're racist and that.
But what? But I mean, I hate them already. Why do people find it so fascinating to talk about them?
What was the thing that everyone was streaming? Was it a wedding or a birth? Was it the birth of that kid?
They couldn't film a birth and show it on TV.
They
Like,
were
that'd be
not. They were.
graphic.
It was. I don't know if they had HD
like
cameras in the room.
in the room. And out it comes to the first royal.
No, it was a
child.
wedding. It was a wedding.
Must have been a wedding.
And everyone watched it.
Yeah.
And then I remember I was at work and they're like, so you staying in and what? It was like the AFL Grand Final or
Yeah,
something.
you're gonna watch the wedding. You're gonna watch the.
It's like, I can't believe, for one, I can't believe people are actually asking me, like you don't know me well enough to think for 1 second that I would be sat in a room having a fucking crumpet and a cup of tea watching some people I don't know get married.
Crumpet. I don't even like going to normal weddings, let alone weddings with guys who've got swords on.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of cool, but I mean, like, that's a lot of shit. Watching a wedding on TV, I mean, like that's a new level of shit.
When you think about this deeply enough, about the royal family and everything around them, it's the weirdest traditional fucking shit you'll ever see. Like those guards, the guards.
Yeah.
I've been there. I've live seen it. They just stand there all day,
But
devoting their life to the Queen.
And those dudes are like our age, man. Like they're like youngish
Soldiers.
gentlemen that. But that's the thing.
They're
is that
military men.
Can they seriously be in that situation where they don't have a sense of humor? They wouldn't laugh at someone who went and go, "Oh, tits and fannies,"
Yeah.
and they wouldn't laugh. Like
Yeah.
if someone did that to me, I'd be like, "Fuck off! That's hilarious. Go away, you retard.
Stop it. I'm
Leave
trying
me
to work
alone,
here. Yeah.
Fucking hell! I don't come to your work.
But they
you
don't
dickhead."
crumble. They don't
They
crumble.
don't. They
these
do a good job. I
motherfuckers.
saw one of them punch out someone who tried to like touch his hat.
Yeah.
He just went, "Poosh." I was
Wow.
like, yeah.
it's people think they can't move. They can move whenever they want.
Quite fast too.
Yeah, but they don't. They choose not to because it's just a part of the, like, it's better to stand there as a knight on the guard or whatever they are. But if you fucking think you can poke at them and shit and not get smacked in the face.
What's
that actually is funny. That is like comedy gold, isn't it? When that guy just
bang,
he goes, yeah, but I think he warned him a couple of times too. He's like, stand away from the Queen's Guard or whatever. In that robotic, scary voice they use. Stand back from the Queen's Guard. And then he just goes, no, we'll do it again. And then boom.
That's it.
Brilliant.
What's the practicality of those hats? Those Marge Simpson hats?
They made of bear fur.
Yeah.
And I think they were stolen off the French. And they put them on to make themselves look more threatening in the old French-British war.
Yeah.
Whatever that was called. Anyway, they'd put them on to make themselves look taller and more threatening at the front line.
They look like aliens with alien heads.
They look like Marge Simpsons.
Yeah. Big Marge Simpsons. But like that's a big flag, a big like thing to just say, oh, there they are. I'll just shoot a foot lower than that and I'll kill one.
Yeah.
That seems pretty simple. But like everyone's going crazy about how Prince what's his face left the thing and now doesn't talk to any of them. Like big deal. That happens fucking daily, everywhere.
Yeah.
But he's famous in that. What did he do though? He's like, we know it's getting in the way with my work, and I do this for work. And it's like, you don't work.
Isn't he? He went into the army.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that for work.
Is he the redheaded one?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the one whose dad's not really Prince face fucker, whatever his name is.
Is he the one they took the photos of in the room with all the prostitutes?
That happens like to all of them every time, doesn't it? I think that's how they get around.
Yeah. Then everyone cares about that again.
Exactly.
Like, I couldn't give a sod. What's going on?
Sod that for a game of Queen soldiers. I'm not bloody doing it. I'm not listening to what they're saying.
I'm not bloody doing it.
Why would you give up your power to the Queen?
He hates her.
He loves it. He wouldn't be there without her.
Jimmy Savile with her.
Yeah.
Right. He wouldn't be there. No.
He would without her, no.
Talks about Jimmy Savile and he gets like ropeable.
Yeah.
Because he's like, they bloody knew. Yeah. They knew about him in bloody Yorkshire. They knew about Jimmy Savile. What? She didn't bloody know? Like he went off. And if he doesn't have one of the greatest points on that.
Oh, yeah.
If that isn't a point to hammer home. Of course she knew. She knows what's going bloody on.
She seems pretty funny, I reckon. Because she gets taken so seriously when they put her on TV. And everyone's like really stiff and go, well, Your Majesty, we'd like to graciously thank you so much for coming to talk to us today. And she's like, oh, yes, well, what was it? Either this or croquet. Cracking these bangers. Yeah. And everyone's like, yes, well, we'd like to present you with this glass that we've made in your honor. And she's like, oh, what am I going to bloody do with that? You know, she just like wants to have a giggle. She just wants to have a good time. And everyone's like really fucking, I just want to go and, hey, what's going on, Liz? What's cracking?
You would get instantly
murdered.
Because isn't it the whole speak when you're spoken to sort of shit with her? It's like, nah, sod that for a game of soldiers. I just won't go and talk to her. You know what I mean?
If she talked to me, I'd be like, what's going on? How you doing?
I know you would. Like she was just another customer in the music shop.
Because she's just another customer. That's the thing, is that everyone's just another person. It's like, imagine having that much authority over the world. Maybe, perceivedly, because I don't know like you said, what the fuck does she do? She doesn't tell anyone what to do. She doesn't do anything. Like, she's controlled by the Illuminati.
Yeah.
But, and then no one will ever speak to her genuinely. No one will ever have a conversation with her that's not directly involved in their mingling.
And you can't ever really have any real relationships.
No. I mean, she probably don't even know Prince Philip. She probably only ever met him once because he was 45 years older than her when she got married to him or whatever.
That's true.
Is it? I don't know if it's true.
Fuck, I don't know.
You don't come here for your news. That's
I reckon this could be the last Flow State podcast. Honestly, before it gets fucking ripped down.
That's it. They're going to come.
We've just gone on and we've just lambasted the Queen. We don't know anything about her or the royal family, and we just hate them.
Yeah.
Why?
Look, that's the funny thing is
hate's a strong word.
I don't hate them, but I don't even know them. Like, I'm sure they'd be fun to get around with. Like, maybe she makes a good cob loaf. Like, maybe she can come around and
apparently she makes good sausage rolls.
Yeah, no shit.
That was complete bullshit.
Did you ever see? You remember Guido Hatzies? Guido Hatzies.
Who's that?
He's I can't remember his real name, but he's like he's a radio guy in like the Fairfax 3AW family or whatever. And he used to do this prank phone call character called Guido Hatzies.
Yes.
And he was this Italian guy from Melbourne. He's like, yeah, listen, mate. No, it's Greek or something. He's like, the Queen, she'd call up Buckingham Palace and like, the Queen, mate, she's coming to Melbourne, right? That's good, man, because she can like come and work with my nana at the fish and chip shop, mate. She can sleep on a couch. She say shit like this to like call Buckingham Palace. And people would just be fucking howling, laughing. The greatest phone call that he ever made was to a plumber. And there's like, hey, mate, I seen you got an ad in the paper, right? That's good, mate. I'll start on Monday, right? You're going to pay me double and you can pick me up at like 11, all right? And the guy's fucking like, you're having a laugh. And he ends up pissing himself like so bad. He goes, you got the job, mate. He goes, mate, I already know I've got the job, all right? So fucking pick me up, all right? I want my lunch at 12, all right? Just being a real arsehole to him. Legend. And that's probably the greatest call he can ever have.
That is good. That is a good idea. That prank call.
He's funny as, man. You couldn't do it now. People are too uptight. I got 3 calls today at work from. We hit the trifecta. It was solar panels, LED, and LED lights, and electricity.
Yeah,
it's like fuck off, man. Like
the trifecta, the holy trinity.
It's it. It's the holy trinity of bullshit. I've had enough.
I was having a beer with a mate who doesn't mind the old conspiracy theory, and he said that someone once snuck. This is documented. And I was having trouble believing it, but I don't know, and I didn't care enough to look into it. But someone broke into Buckingham Palace, so I've already got me questions. How the fuck do you break into that? That place is the biggest fortress in the world. Anyway, I'll get past that. What happened next? Man breaks into Buckingham Palace. Gets so far as into the Queen's bedroom, where she's like sitting on the bed. Fuck. But she's all weird and shit. She's not normal. She's not acting normal. She like scanned him. She looked at him and went, like fucking scanned him. and she said in a calm voice, she didn't panic, she said in a calm voice, she's like, you're not supposed to be here. It's time that you left. Come on. And guided him out of the room. And the guards took him out and just let him out.
It's
fucking
not true. It has to be not true. It's so good. Okay. It's too good.
And when I was being told that, I think you can find it on YouTube. I'm not sure. Yeah. We should look into shit before we
just haphazardly bring it up.
Oh my God. Yeah, but I thought that was funny.
You're not supposed to be here.
Like, what is she?
She's a fucking reptilian robot or something, boys, from the future.
Yeah, that's too fucked up.
How did they get there? They're just from heritage. Just born through it, right?
Head of the Queen.
Yeah, like what's she doing in that house? Like she didn't make it. They just get born more, and then they have another one, and then the next one comes out, and then they just keep getting born, and they just keep living there.
It's a network.
Do you reckon this will be we don't care about them, we're still talking about them. Do you reckon these 2 boys that left are going to be the last ones and disband?
We are on the brink of a monarchy collapse.
Cool.
And David Icke has been talking about it for a long time.
20 years. He's written 15 to 25 books on them. Have you read any of those?
It's bloody coming, I tell you.
That's right.
And then it is.
Well, bring it.
I'm excited for a bit of extra.
Yeah, mate. Look, you know
what?
This
COVID thing's getting old. Let's have another world disaster.
I mean, look, at first it was that. Then we had some riots, and then COVID came back, and, we didn't go anywhere. But
oh, man, the world's never going to be a happy place.
I mean, it can be. Your world can be.
If you wanted to. I'm trying to let go of all this sort of business and just what can I do? If you can fucking make something in your life better, then make it better than it was yesterday. And stop worrying about how bad everything is. Because life is suffering.
Yeah. There's 2 schools of thought on that, though. You know what I mean? Because everyone goes, well, what can I do? I'm just one man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But then it's also like, well, one person can make a difference. It's like, well, which fucking one is it? You can't do anything. You're just a single person. But also, it only takes one person to make a difference. But also, you forgot to say where that one person had to sacrifice every single fucking thing to focus on this one cause.
That's right.
That's hard. Nobody wants to do that because they need to be comfortable. They need to have somewhere to sleep, and they need to have somewhere to shit with a door on it.
That's right.
You got to have a door on it.
Universal basic income is going to allow everyone not to work.
I mean,
chase their dreams, but also starve to death.
You can't have a dream to chase if you can't chase a dream if you get it handed to you, though, can you?
No.
I mean, like if you got a basic income. I feel like
if there's no such thing as competition, like some people get really good at their jobs based on the fact that they're going to be better than other people.
Yeah.
No, I feel like that's a good thing. I feel like it's a really good thing, isn't it?
I mean, I suppose. Oh, sorry, one second.
You turn that.
I suppose it is a good thing because at the end of the day, you've got to be able to have a kind of camaraderie with people and also competition. You got to be able to compete with people. You got to be able to have you be able to pull your friends forward by competing with them, by going, they're like, I did this, and you go, oh, cool, that's cool. Oh,
Yeah.
I did this, and then they're like, yeah, cool, that's cool too. Well, I'm going to do this, and next thing you know, you're pushing each other up, you're helping each other up. You're not just trying to push each other down by going, well, that's shit, you did something really good, and I'm not even going to fucking acknowledge it, or I'm not going to be nice to you, or I'm not going to say it's good, and I'm not going to help you with it. Where if you do something good and your friend goes, that's really cool, I like that, not only am I going to help you with it, but well, let's make it better. Next thing you know, you're competing with each other, and you're building a good thing.
That's just how everything's gotten better.
That is how it works. But then if you go, my son didn't get a ribbon. Because he didn't fucking place. Yeah, but he needed a ribbon because he was in the event. No, he didn't get a ribbon because he was bad at it. And he's going to turn that pain into something constructive in his life later on. No, give him a fucking ribbon because he's my son.
Okay, let's give everyone a ribbon to shut these fucking people up.
Yep. And then later on, you kids are soft. Yeah, because you couldn't stand me not getting a ribbon. You know what I mean?
The kids have won.
The kids. But who won here? Because do you want the kids to be? Did that kid give a fuck about he got a ribbon? Probably not. He probably didn't care about the ribbon.
I reckon that someone made him give a fuck about not getting a ribbon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Stupid fuck.
Bloody bastards. Bullshit. What's your biggest swear word? Are we allowed to?
It's just good old fashioned fuck. Good old fashioned fuck.
Just a classic one, just straight off the top.
It's so good. Australians use it so well.
It is.
They use it instead of ums and ahs.
Yep.
Sometimes
They
they'll say ah as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good one. Or you can just go when you really stub your toe and you put the Jesus and then you sandwich that fucking in between it.
Yeah, in the Christ.
It makes you feel immensely better. If you go, Jesus fucking Christ! And let it out. And just let it out. And then you're back. My mum used to stub her toe, right? She used to fucking, and this is the weirdest shit she used to do. You've met her. She's great. I swear, I got the idea to be funny from.
Yeah.
A comedian, if you will.
Sorry, John.
It's
not you, Dad.
Comedy sucks ass.
It's not you, Dad.
Funny. She used to stub her toe and she would make up her own language.
Yeah.
She'd be
she'd speak in tongues.
She would speak in tongues, exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like she'd be running around the house and you'd be like, oh, she sliced her finger when she was cutting the veggies or something like that. And she'd be like running the water over it on the sink, while speaking in tongues like that. Do it again because you're That's what she would do.
I know it because I've seen them do it.
Have you seen people do that?
Yeah, like the religious instances.
Oh, tongues, yeah. Yeah, so something happens to her where she gets possessed or something. I think she just doesn't know what to do and she gets such a panic that she makes up her own language. And to me, I was like, fucking hell, that's hilarious.
But they're just classic, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good word. It's a good word to say as a curse, isn't it? Jesus Christ. It's got all of the stuff you need in there. There's no B's or P's.
My grandfather used it for everything.
Yeah.
Jesus. Someone would fart and he would just be like, oh, by the Jesus Christ. Like that. Oh, bloody Christ. All the time. Different things. Or he'd drop, something would drop on the floor. He'd be like, oh, and scare him. Anything that startled him, he'd be just like, oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Maybe he was very religious. He was just super religious.
There's a really funny Louis C.K. joke. I think it's Louis. He's like, what the fuck did people say what did Jesus say when he was getting crucified?
Yeah, exactly. What did he say? I wonder. That's a good one. Oh. Yeah, I've only got an answer for that. And I'm a smart ass.
You're getting whipped with the cat of nine tails or whatever it was. And they're rubbing salt into your wings. Maybe you're just going, oh, Choldy.
Me, Mary and Joseph.
Oh, flip.
Me. He'd be like, me.
Yeah, me.
Me, Mary and Joseph. The whole family. Crazy. Yeah, didn't he have a brother?
That's probably where it originated from. Yeah, no, did he have No, he didn't have a brother.
I don't know.
I don't know.
He was, what's his name? Owen Wilson. His brother, the one who no one cares about.
But it's probably better than
Luke Wilson, the dark hair one.
Yeah.
Poor bugger.
From old school.
Yeah, I tell you what I learned.
They really nailed him.
Just thinking about Jesus and thinking about Australia, like, because I'm thinking about Australia at the same time.
Australia.
But like the Jesus, I don't know. Did he have a camel? The reason I'm thinking, I don't know. I just popped in my head. Dumb shit.
Well, no, I feel like they did travel.
Do you have like a pet camel? Because like those guys from
They travelled by camel.
the three kings came on they didn't come on camels, but they like arrived on camels, and they just clear that up. But like the funny thing is that Australia is like one of the foremost suppliers of camels in the world. It sounds stupid.
They're not the supplier of camels.
Yeah, they're camel suppliers.
Well, they're out in the wild, aren't they?
They fucking just out there because they got brought over here from like Afghanistan and shit back in the day. And they just bred like feral, like just fucking hundreds and thousands of them out in the outback and shit.
Yeah.
And so now we export camels to the Middle East. Like we've
got original version camels.
So all the camels are just spitting out there going, yeah, nah, fucking that's all right. Yeah, nah, fucking this is sick as. I like it out here. It's hot and dusty.
It'd be shit, man. It'd be shit being one of those.
What do you reckon's in a camel hump?
Just water and fat.
I thought it would be like pus or something. And like
In
sometimes
a
you could poke a
water
hole in the
sack.
top or something and it would just squirt out.
They're real hard. They're fucking calcified.
Why do they how come some have one hump and some have two humps? Are there any camels that actually have two humps?
I think only Alice, the camel, was the only one that had two humps.
I thought that was like a
Maybe she had three humps.
I don't know. She had several humps.
I think she kept getting more humps.
I think it was just
every verse.
I think it was just a song though, wasn't it? It wasn't a real camel, was it, Alice?
It's hard to know. It's really hard to know that.
Who makes this shit up? Do you reckon
I don't know.
she really sold seashells by the seashore?
Well, it's probably one of the best places to sell them.
You reckon? Because people could just pick them up.
Yeah.
So probably not a great. I reckon if you're going to sell seashells, you'd sell them out in the bush, where they can't, where they're not readily available.
Inland.
Exactly. Inland would be a great place to sell them.
It's Have you ever been scared or arrested?
Scared or arrested?
Scared by the police?
No, I've been scared by the police, not by them. Like
they've got power in numbers.
Yeah, I mean, but I've never dealt with more than 6.
6?
Yeah, I just knocked them all out, mate, with my karate and shit.
Yeah, they're good. You kung fu.
Just used a bit of kung fu on.
I had 11 at my house once.
Yeah, why?
11. They thought I was a hit and run person,
and they'd need 11 of them.
They needed 11.
Wow.
They needed 11 people.
They heard you were a Grandmaster Manifester and they knew they were going to get fucked up.
So 5 arrived, and then there was 2 other cars that come while I was talking to the sergeant.
Yeah.
So while they were talking to me, they were like, yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
I must have been showing them signs or something.
Yeah.
Dodgy signs. Of course I was feeling fucking dodgy and nervous.
5 motherfuckers showed up to my house. And you were reciting Wipeout 5 and Save Lives while they showed up. You're about to kill them. No.
I'm playing on the PlayStation. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm playing something good. I'm having a real good time.
Yeah.
Sunday morning. Loving life. It's great. Don't have to. I've got a day off work. I was a tradesman at the time. Anyway, I'm hearing like walkie-talkies at the back yard. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then Dad's like, it's because I'm living with my parents. The whole family's home. And then Dad's like, Cody, the cops are here. And I was like, for one, whatever. No, they're here. They want to speak to you. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Go out the front. There's like a small man syndrome senior sergeant there.
Classic.
Definitely had a small man complex.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. But if anyone had a small man complex, what's the one job you fucking go into? And when you can see someone's clearly got it. Because he was like giving me the attitude straight away. But then it's watching him realise he'd got the wrong bloke.
Yep.
That was just...
made you feel great.
It warmed my cockles. And then I started being like, better luck next time catching him and shit. Like, well, fuck you. Don't disturb me.
You're eating an apple while he drives away.
I wanted to just fucking... laugh in their face, and I pretty much did, and even me, like Dad did, Mum did. I was like, "You tried," because they were being real arrogant, fucking. And I understand they thought they got a hit and run driver.
But you can't be wrong in that job either, ever.
No, you're not wrong until you're actually wrong.
Exactly.
So there was a guy who was driving around this red car, and he was a hit and run driver, and the tires were all blown out of it. It was left on the Midland Highway, and I was leaving my ex-girlfriend's house at the time. I was getting a lift off Dad, so I was like, me on the highway, I'm just walking towards home. You can pick me up. Sweet, on the way home from work or whatever. And I stopped by this car and had like, the windows were all smashed in, the tyres were all torn up and shit. And I I was like, what is this car? So I'm scoping it out, just waiting for Dad to get there. And someone across the road from the car had phoned it in. They're like, oh, there's a man. And they were like, yeah, what's he look like? Fits the description.
He's going home.
So I'm home for half an hour.
To play PlayStation.
Yeah, exactly. I'm home for half an hour and these cops come. They've surrounded the back of the house in case I run off again through the window. Which is
again.
Yeah, because if it is me.
Yeah.
And they show up and they're just like, so where were you? Monday. Between the hours of 9 and 3 or whatever. And I was just like, I was in Charlton working. Like a bit, like what the fuck? Like all the cops are looking at me. It's not good. It's tense. And he's like, well, do you have anyone who can verify that?
Classic.
I said, yeah, my boss can verify it. I was with him all day. It's like, oh, Kenny, can I speak to him? I said, yeah, I'll call him now, mate. And I'm starting to get a bit agitated because he's like getting up in my face a little bit. And then he calls my boss and has a word to him. And my boss is like, yeah, he was with me the whole day. So,
Suck a
fuck.
dick. Sorry.
And these two other people cars rocked up. And yeah, they all got out. And then you could just see the collective frustration from all the other cops at this one little douche cop.
They're like, "Aw."
They're like, oh, fuck, he's done it again.
He's done it again. That guy got fired that
and
day.
he was just like, yeah, I would like to imagine him getting pulled in the office or something and just be like, again?
No.
You've fucked up too many times on this case. We're pulling it from you.
He went out with his mate to the bar at the end of the day and he goes, 2 wrong houses in the same year.
It's weird. It's funny where we get these ideas.
That time where I killed that horse.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny where we get these ideas. But that just the whole, him just realising, like he hung up the phone, gave it back to me, and him just...
They kind of push it back at you when they're wrong, don't they? I had a guy that too.
Back to the station, guys.
Yeah.
I was just like, and that's when I started going, well, fuck you. You've disturbed me. You made me feel like a dick. The neighbours are looking. Make sure you get the right person.
Yeah.
Next time you fucking come to someone's house doing that shit.
I had one guy kind of throw my license back at me once when he pulled me over because it was like 2:30 in the morning. I probably told this one on here before, but it was like 2:30 in the morning and I got pulled over. We have reason to believe you may have drugs in your vehicle. I'm like, what reason? And
what's the probable cause?
Yeah, come on, give me something. And it was 2:30. I was coming home. I was singing for a cover band, and he pulled me over and whatever. And I just said, "Dude, look, I just cleaned my car. I'm like, you can see in the back. Excuse me, you can see in the back of that with your torch."
Yep.
I'm like, I'm a K from home. Shine the torch in the back and let me go. And he's like, "No, we want to search your car." And I'm like, "I'm not letting you search my car. It's 2:30 in the morning. If you can provide me with a warrant to search my car, then you fucking search it. Let's go." But like until then, man, I'm exhausted. I got $300 in my pocket, and I want to go home, go to sleep, and then just have a nice little Sunday and enjoy myself. I didn't drink. I never drink when I work. We would get our drink cards and we'd give them to our audience, and our band and the audience would come back because we're the band who gave out free drinks.
Nice one.
So it was a great little deal. We got plenty of work, we got plenty of people coming, and then just on your way home, and there was a guy, and he was my age at the time, 22, 23, kind of young fellow who just happened to get a clipboard and be like, "Hey, I like this. It feels powerful." And and he just, when he came back, he frisbeed my license through the window and told me to go home and don't go anywhere else. I'm like, fuck.
I'll go wherever I want.
Yeah, fuck off, man.
Yeah.
You can't, if I want to do a U-turn right now, go through the Macca's drive-through, I'll fucking do that. You can't tell me where I can go. You can't, it's not how that works.
It's funny how, you can go through, the fucking police squad or whatever their training is, and then still get in the job and feel like you have this sort of fucked up authority. Do your job right. But do it right.
And it hurts.
You've got a job that people need you to get right.
Exactly.
Fucking do a good job.
The thing that hurts about it is there's so, even people that I know personally that are doing the job that are so fucking good at it that these assholes give a bad reputation to those people who don't deserve the fucking reputation.
Yep.
And that sucks more than anything, especially when people are out there trying to catch bad people doing stuff. I understand that you've got to patrol, you've got to do all that kind of stuff, but I mean, just come on, man. It's the difference between, when actors get caught by paparazzi and they go ballistic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure in that situation and they get badgered for months and months. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, you're an actor. Just pretend to be nice.
Yeah. Yeah, play
That's a cop-out.
nice character.
That's a huge cop-out. But pretend to be nice, man. David Hasselhoff has never refused a photo shoot. Ever. Any. And he'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? No one gives a fuck of what David has. Even if he's sitting there eating hamburgers in his bath and his daughter films him. No one cares. They're just like, David, no, it's all right. He's such a nice guy. They're not like, Quentin Tarantino said, I'd fucking kill you if you didn't have the camera on or whatever.
That was funny.
That was funny as hell. And I'm like, of course, like leave Quentin Tarantino alone. He just he spends enough time with cameras. Fuck off. If you want to be like, hey Quentin, how you doing? Go and shake his hand and say thanks for fucking Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I wouldn't even approach Tarantino. He's mental.
And if anything, I'd look across, and if he looked at me, I'd be like, and then never ever talk to him again, unless he's like, hey, I need you for a movie. Then I'd be like, yeah, what are you thinking? You know John Jarrett, don't you? From Better Homes and Gardens. You're mates with John, aren't you? John from Play School.
Oh, holy shit. I reckon that, on that note, we should wrap up episode 49 of the Flow State podcast. It's been a great one, Broden.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks everyone for listening to this probably last episode of the Flow State podcast.
Stop saying that.
Because we fucking trashed the Royal
Queen.
family.
Hey, that's the right. Hey, we're not the only ones trashing the Royal family right now. They're getting
Do you reckon
fucked.
it's okay?
It's fine, man, because they're racist
fuck 'em.
assholes.
Yeah, if you're racist, whoever's the racist one, don't you know racism's wrong in that?
Look how white we are in the camera.
Yeah,
right
this is
now,
almost
saying this. Hang on. If we move the whole podcast about a foot and a half back, we're probably just pink enough. Look at that.
All right.
Thank you all.
Whoever is the racist, you should know by now.
Is there your dick hanging out?
Ah!
We're going to jail.
Look at this. I'm wearing swim shorts.
This is the benefit. Anyone who's watching on Facebook and YouTube right now is the benefit of doing these shots from go to a close, like to a 3/4. Look at that. This shot here, you can't see what I've got underneath here, but when we lean back, you can see Cody's Hawaiian board shorts and his milky legs. He got thongs on everything.
This is
classic
great.
gags.
Classic gags, guys.
Thank you all. Yeah, again, 49. We appreciate you. We got some funny shit coming up too that we'll have a chat about later on. But thanks to all the people that watch, the patrons, the people who check it out on Spotify, YouTube, all those other podcast platforms, Facebook premieres. Don't forget to drop your comments down and enjoy watching it and having a great time. We love it. We love you. Thanks.
There's new merch available in the store. The link's in the description down below.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And you can become a Patreon. The link's in the description down below for personalised voiceover recordings from me doing impressions and stuff. That link's down here as well. And there's all sorts of other links in that down here as well. So go and check them out. Come and be a Patreon. Fucking hell. What else are these
Watch
social
Bonk
media
City. Watch
gurus?
Bonk City.
Go and watch Bonk City. There's an episode 2 in pre-production.
Planning, pre-production, whatever. It's coming. It's coming. You're gonna have a good time and watch it. We got a bunch of other cool shit that we're gonna get up to. So thanks, you pizza clays. Never shit yourself. Stay away from the aliens.
Belt it up your ass. Bye.